All right, Ian.
Yeah.
God, Atari. If I had known this would happen, I think I would have raised capital to buy the rights to Atari myself. All these things. So there was a YouTube video put out by someone reviewing a product. I gotta find it. It was the Atari Pi kit. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was like a Photoshop. But if you go to the microcenter.com, you could buy the Micro Center Atari Pi kit for $99.99. This is a retro Pi kit that comes with a PS4 style
a
controller.
knockoff PS2 controller.
Yeah,
let's not give it too much credit.
It's a PS2 knockoff controller. You get a 32 gig micro SD card, and you get a retro Pi box with a like woodish finish on the top.
And the Atari logo.
And it looks like fake like ribbed finish on the top, it looks like, with the Atari logo. Mm-hmm. And you get over 100 Atari games included on this retro Pi. The item description, Ian. Drive back into the world of Atari with this Raspberry Pi powered Atari retro gaming kit. Includes everything you need to get started, including USB gamepad, 30 gig micro SD, with game downloaded utility containing 100 plus licensed Atari games, power supply, HDMI custom cable, do-it-yourself Atari Pi case, Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and Star Guide. Relive your old favorites such as Asteroids, Centipede, Warlords, and more.
All three of those games use a controller that is not a D-pad.
Hey, good point, Ian. I didn't think about that. You're right. They all use a spinner type of thing.
I fucking hate. My God. So my problem with this, sure, Atari, of course, they're gonna go make their money with the retro Pi kits, but I hate.
Oh, they're just whoring out their name.
Yes. But I hate so much that the games that are always like brought up with Atari and stuff like that are always games that play like absolute fucking dog shit with a D-pad. Centipede needs a trackball. Asteroids, sure you can, but the original setup is 5 buttons.
Sure.
It's 6 buttons. And Warlords uses a fucking spinner. Oh, but what about Missile Command? Another Atari great. A fucking trackball. Like everything good. Breakout. A spinner. Yeah. Everything good that Atari ever did uses a different fucking controller. Yeah. Almost none of them use a joystick.
Asteroids, though, you can do with the cross. You can do
sure, you can. But most of their other shit that's worth playing, you cannot.
No. I mean, I guess you can use an analog in lieu of a trackball and kind of get it close, but it's not the same as a trackball.
It upsets me so much. Wow. They don't even play remotely the same.
Does this upset you as much as Asteroids and
no, I mean that was
just silly.
That's just silly.
That was the beginning. That was like the innocent times of this stuff. And now it's just out of control. What's great about this, Ian, and who I guess what is Micro Center the manufacturer of this? They're the ones that are making this. I'm not familiar with Micro Center at all.
Neither am I.
And their products.
I like their logo though. It's very 1989.
Who's actually on the box of this? Like who's actually like who? The controller says Ulos Retro Gaming.
Vilros Retro Gaming.
Okay, so they're the ones producing this. Micro Center's not producing. They're just doing it. So they got to go to Atari and say, Atari, this is our plan. This is our product. We want to license your name and your games for this. Atari has to give their okay before they cash that check, obviously. But Atari has to realize that those 100 games that they are offering aren't even a fucking megabyte of space. Those 100 old-ass Atari games. So they know that this company that's offering you a 32 gig card, I'm not trying to say, well, you can't do this, but I'm just saying this is Atari getting in bed with a device that they have to know is being used for game piracy. They have to. It's a 32 gig card. You don't need that for Atari games. Atari games fit on, like I said, like a megabyte, like a 3.5 floppy.
Benefit of the doubt, devil's advocate here. At this point, I feel like 32 gigabyte is probably just about
the standard,
common, and it's what's easiest to get. 2, their own fucking. I mean, at some point, the fact that piracy can be done on something, I don't think it really means it's necessarily getting in bed with it.
They don't care though.
They don't care. They don't.
That's
give a
the point.
Shit. I mean, they
don't care what their name's
their
attached to.
console. The sandbox. You know, I mean, that's gonna
Casino.
be pirates. Yeah, exactly.
Cryptocurrency. They don't care what their name's attached to.
Love hotels.
So that's what I said. Like if you brought this to me 5-6 years ago, I would have been like, well, this is a weird idea for Atari. Now it's like all bets are off. We just want to make our name. The few people that in France that are running the company, we don't care what we license the name to. We don't give a shit. We're whores. We're whores. We don't care. We'll put our name in anything. Doesn't matter. Like you said, Love Hotel, Atari Love Hotel.
Yeah.
Well, look at the hotel. Maybe let's convert it to that. I don't even know if $100 is competitive or not for this. I have no idea what the Raspberry Retro Pi sort of setups go for. My gut tells me it's a little bit high. I don't know.
Fred Chesnay's entire wardrobe is just fucking Atari branded like banana hammocks. Just walks around fucking
look what I got, huh?
lighting cigars with his $100.
I'm the Atari guy.
I'm the Atari guy.
I don't know, but
me, Freddie, Mr. Atari Chesnay.
But like you don't see Sega doing stuff like this. Obviously, Nintendo's not doing stuff like this. Atari's again.
Sega was not as good with their name 10 years ago.
Would they have done something like this?
No, but I mean, some of those like at games and plug and plays that they were doing for a while were pretty garbage.
Yeah, but that's not,
it's different. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying we can't point to Sega as always a bastion of what to do with their fucking name.
But that's more a judgment on at games because then you can say, well, Namco gave their games to at games and
Namco also is kind of a whore. As much as I love Namco.
Ian.
They really they whore it out too.
They whore out Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man too much.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss Pac-Man, Lady Luck. Right there. Can bring that to the Atari. Bring that to the Atari Casino. My little Lady Luck, Miss Pac-Man, play the slots.
Yeah.
There. Anyway, that's it. I don't know what's going on with the Atari VCS. I haven't seen the latest update. Maybe I'll look right now, real quickly, while we wrap this up, to see what's going on on the Indiegogo. If there's been an update on there. Because this has to be in production right now anyway. Oh, there was. Oh, okay. May 29th, there was just an update. This is an expanded segment. Hello, backers. We hope that each of you, your families, and your friends are staying safe and healthy during the quarantine. This unusual period has presented many challenges, but also afforded some opportunities for the Atari VCS team to capitalize on the extra time that comes with staying put. Oh, you guys. May 30th, 2020 marks the 2-year anniversary of the Atari VCS campaign. And you go, why would you bold that and point that out to people, that this is way behind schedule?
Yeah,
it's a year and a half behind schedule. Why would you point that out? Despite ongoing travel restrictions, we continue working closely with our manufacturing partners to finalize the production and delivery of the Atari VCS system and accessories this year. The team is spending more time than ever on transcontinental video conferences. That has nothing to do with travel restrictions. Like, you're just doing Zoom meetings with the production team. Like, don't even bring up travel restrictions. You're not going to the factories, I'm guessing.
In your hammocks.
You weren't going to do that anyway, in your banana hammocks.
In your banana hammocks.
The first batch of 500 Atari VCS has made steady progress to completion, with some key discoveries along the way that have allowed the teams to further refine the production processes. You're just admitting that, like, it's not going smoothly. It's not going smoothly.
It's not at all going smoothly.
You can't say these things, Fred. What's going on, Fred? Atari VCS team members and a closed test group have been putting the hardware and software through their paces over the past several weeks. Head over to our newest Atari blog on Medium to read our latest update. Why just put the update there? Why not just do that here? And that was on May 29th as well, about them testing the VCS there. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, usually people are good at pointing out the new VCS updates to us. I didn't this time on the CU podcast topics trend.
Probably because it's just not exciting anymore.
It's just not. It's a slow dribble at this point.
Yes.
It's not just talking about how, well, our first batch of parts looks like shit, and here's how we discover it is with our little measurements. Anyway. What is this about? There were stranded units that they rescued in New York City. There were stranded Atari VCS units. What the hell? Anyway, okay. This is a weird thing going on. They're test playing some things on here. There's lots of videos of them testing Borderlands 2 on here, so it's running that. Basketball Classics game there. Hey, they're testing out that game, the game that we're in. There's a video of. I was like, yeah, that sounds familiar. They're testing it.
Damn good game.
There you go. It's a good game. I mean, Ian, I think I'm a good rebounder in the game. I think Ian's a good passer. I believe.
I don't think I have any good stats.
You
I specifically asked for like no good stats.
There's check out Basketball Classics on Steam. There's a YouTuber team on there that me and Ian you can unlock. Anyway, so that's it. So the VCS we'll check it back in on, and we'll see what the next product that Atari whores the name out to in the future.